Hello everyone, Josh first, back again to bring you guys some more Digimon Re-Rise, and today I'm going to show you my overall Mega Tier List update, including the new 3 Digimon that we got from the latest banner, Piedmon, Creepymon, and Machingermon. And I already have my new tier list set up. I even added a new ranking system. I will have the link to this in the description below, so you guys can go in here and, change these up and make your own tier list and share them with me and the rest of the community in our Discord in the description below, where you can also find the link to this tier list. As I said, comment below how close you think I am to your personal rankings, and let me know if I'm spot on or if I missed anything. I'll be sure to read them and enjoy them as much as I can. And guys, remember, this is my personal tier list. This is not the Bible. You don't have to follow it. It's just a reference of where I feel the meta currently sits with all of these Digimon. Now, this is an overall ranking. What does that mean? That means I am ranking these Digimon by usefulness in all game modes. PvP, of course, is taking priority because that is the mode that we rely on the most for our rubies. And if we don't have no rubies, we don't get to summon, and we can't get none from the shop, and a whole bunch of other things like, refreshing our stamina and PvP matches. So, rubies are a big priority in Digimon Re-Rise, and the best place to get them right now is PvP. Thus, it takes priority among other things on how good some of these Digimon are. And I also want to explain the meta right now is Speed AoE Tech. So, you'll notice that a lot of the AoE Tech Digimon that you deal with Speed are going to definitely be on the higher end of the meta right now, obviously. And they're also going to be very good, of course, in Underworld and Story Farming and Vortexes. So, Clash Battle will be another thing that we're going to talk about, where some Digimon thrive in that and allowing them to bump up a little bit in the rankings because of it. So, Prince Mamimon, absolute trash. He is forever known as Prince Mimimon in my opinion, and that is why he's in the Nope section. You'll notice that we have 4 colored grades here. We have a 7, an 8, a 9, and a 10. That's green, blue, purple, and red. Green is going to be good. Blue is going to be great. Purple is going to be amazing, and red is absolute perfection. So, we only have one Digimon that's currently, in my opinion, in this game that can be put in every game mode and excel to the utmost potential, and that is our boy Hyandramon. You can get his defense up to 80% for everyone with max skill up, so that's pretty crazy already. And he can shock the shit out of the world with his S1. And he also includes a little bit of block rate on that as well. So he's just overall, you want tankiness, you want to stop somebody in their tracks, look no further than the big boy Iron Man himself, Hyandramon. Alright, 9.5s. These are the Digimon that were close to being perfection, but they just aren't. Obviously, neither of those 3 Digimon are going to be put in every single game mode out there. Thus, they do get a little nod down to the 9.5, but it's not that bad. And when I mean nod, I meant nudge. Rip my grammar today. So, Creepymon. This dude is a legit tank with a nuke strapped to his ass. Because if you poke him, he will explode. And when he explodes, he's going to beat you to death. Build him with a high counter rate and watch him go off on your team. And then you have our boy Piedmon. Very high HP, much like Creepymon. Can dish out a ton of damage and blind you to death until you walk into some spikes and basically you die. That was a very gruesome analogy, but it's fine. Visualize it. Visualize the monster himself, Piedmon, the cousin of it, Pennywise, right there in the flesh. Or should I say in the data, because he's a Digimon. But it's fine. He's OP. Okay? Absolutely amazing. Great Digimon. Has high damage multipliers. So it makes up for his lower end attack. Thus allowing him to go completely off. Got his own built-in attack up as well. And his S1, just phenomenal unit. And here's a Digimon that I couldn't believe I'm putting as high as 9.5. But it's Noble Pumpkinmon. It's like the purples are dominating the higher ups here in my meta tier list. Absolutely insanity. But Noble Pumpkinmon, it seems as the days go by, he gets better and better and better. because he adds so much versatility in the way the meta has shifted to tech AoE with speed. He fits all three of those. He ticks all those boxes. He's perfect. He's phenomenal. He does a ton of damage. Good stats for a free mega that we got for free for pre-registration. And on top of that, he can put Digimon to sleep and lower, basically lower power, because he has the power up resistance for your entire team of like 30%. So he's even going to be useful against any of the power heavy Digimon, including Creepymon. So he's a good counter for Creepymon, who's also a 9.5. Great Digimon. Cannot believe I put him that high. He's been surprising me a lot since the first day I heard about him and the first day I reviewed him. My opinion has changed week after week. He is just starting to grow on me. Very strong unit. Now, number 9, pretty simple. I'm sorry, not number 9. Digimon that are rated 9, which I would consider amazing, is of course Minervamon and Sakuyamon. Both very strong AoEs. They also provide a lot of debuffs and support for your teams. Very solid pickups there. Boltmon, very strong DPS in his own right. His S1 can also lower crits. His S2 has burns for days, so his DOTs are nice. Genkuamon, you pair him up with a Hyandramon, he's just going to go off. He's also a very hard-hitting, tenacious Digimon. Of course, he's a little bit harder to get because you will need 750 BPs before his A goes away in PvP, so a lot of people may not have him, but he is worth every bit of the effort to get him. And then you have Metal Garurumon and War Greymon, who are both just basically equals. They're both basically the same peas in a pod. They go together hand in hand. They're going to be very strong, super single target DPS. Unfortunately, that's not very effective now in PvP with the way the meta has changed. However, one can raise up crit rate, one can raise up his own power, one can lower power. So it still makes him very useful in Clash Battle. The other one can also boost up his own power, which I forgot in my last tier list. So sorry, any of you Metal Garurumon fans, I messed that up, but we got it right this time. So those two, perfect for Clash Battle. Nobody does it better than those two in Clash Battle at this time. Phenomenal, okay? However, in PvP, they do got to take a nod, and War Greymon is slowly coming out of the meta completely, which of course also helped elevate Piedmon and helped another unit get elevated, which we'll talk about later, which is Ravemon, getting him to an 8. Alright, Grand Kawagamon and Plesiomon, they both kind of are going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be making your team tanky. One is going to be providing very high HP and taunt to keep the rest of your team alive. You build him with really high block rates, and he's going to be phenomenal. Build him with a lot of high HP and defense as well. Even if your team is slow, you're going to be very durable. The same can be said for Plesiomon. High block rate, high HP, high defense. Even if it's super slow because it is a devoted Digimon, it's going to be resetting the fight constantly with those AoE heals, which can become very annoying because it could be basically a skill drain. Basically, all the team's going to do is use all the skills trying to pick you down. The Plesiomon heals you all the way back up, and now your whole team has a bunch of skills to use, and their team has already used a lot, and now they're waiting for cooldown reset. So, very, very pain in the butt Digimon. Venomiotismon, very strong. He just suffers from having low HP, so obviously I have to bump him down to an 8.5. But if you're looking for AoE DPS for a crazy cleave, you got your boy Venomiotismon. He's going to be very strong in Underworld because of that, as well as probably the best farmer in the game right now for Story and Vortex, because he can just basically one-shot most things because he's just superb with damage. He has one of the highest damage base stats in the entire game, which is phenomenal. Mega Gargamon, very good. He's got a little bit of support for your teams as well. If you do not have a Minerva, or if you don't have a Sakuyamon, he's going to be a very good fill-in. You can get him from an S-rank egg when you get to S-rank in PvP. So he's also another one of those DPSs. He's got really good AoE as well that he can use. Just a solid all-around DPS unit with a little bit of support on the side. So that takes us down to the Digimon that are just good. Or I'm sorry, that are great. We have Marine, Angemon, Titanmon, and Ravemon. Ravemon's stock went up. As we mentioned, it probably would be. As long as War Greymon got knocked out of the meta, Ravemon was going to go up in the meta because he also is a very good blinder, and he's a very good PvP unit. And obviously with PvP being one of our big priorities in this list, he's going to get bumped up. Marine Angemon, if he was able to revive more than one Digimon, he'd get bumped up probably to a 9. but unfortunately, he is able to be played around very quickly. So he's going to have to lose a little bit of value, but he still has a very useful revive with 80% healing. So it can come in clutch on occasions, but not always. So he's also going to be slow as well. So you also have to take that into account. And then you got Titanmon, which is probably the MVP for Underworld, and the reason why I got him up to an 8, because I feel that Underworld alone gives him really good recognition, and he can also do some kind of work in PvP depending on your matchups. If you're matching up with Digimon that he can counter with his passive, then that's great. But it's only going to be a temporary, not a permanent passive lockdown. So you got to be very, very careful still, because those turns will go quick. Yeah, that's why he's at an 8. He's still a very solid Digimon. If he didn't have the Underworld being an MVP, he probably would have got knocked down a little bit more, maybe to a 7.5. But with Underworld being just his domain, his place of residence, I had to give him a great ranking here. So, good job, Titanmon Underworld. You are the Underworld King at the moment. And then we have 7.5s. We got Ebamon, which of course there's a better version of him up at the 9s, which would be Minervamon. And then Puppetmon, of course, a lot of Digimon are better than him up there, especially in the 9.5s. Alright, then we have number 7, Machinedramon. Machinedramon is one of those Digimon that also has the capability of increasing his rank, based on if we jump into a power meta. If we switch from an AoE tech meta to an AoE power meta, he's going to go up to possibly an 8, because he is very good against power heavy teams. But since we're not doing much against power heavy teams right now, it's mostly tech, of course he's going to have to take a little bit of a nosedive, because really that's his only usefulness outside of just pure DPS that you're going to try and pull from him. But a lot of other Digimon, again, are doing what he's doing and then some. So unfortunately right now, the Calm variant anyway, I heard great things from the Tenacious one, but the Calm one is the one that we have at the moment. It's getting a 7. 6.5, we are now getting into the territory of Digimon that a lot of people just don't use for nothing. We're only using these Digimon if we have no other options, and this is all we got. And we literally just need them for their mega stats alone, not really their skill sets. Because if we're going by skill sets, there's ultimates that have better skill sets than these two. But, of course, they do have mega stats. So that could, of course, maybe influence you to use them in that regard. But we have Metosiedramon and Edamon. And then at 6, much similar to what we just said with 6.5s, they're just even worse. Both the Shitmons. The Tenacious one and the Deft one. And then we have the bottom of the barrel. Man, our boy Prince Mimon. His name is Prince Mamimon, but in our hearts, we know him only as Prince Mimon. He is a big, fat nope. So anything below a 6, I would consider in the 5s, and 5s to me just feels like it's not even worth a ranking. Thus, they get stuck in a category known as nope. Hope that your favorite Digimon never, ever gets down to that category. Hopefully, Prince Mimon is going to be the only one there for all eternity. Misery loves company. Let's hope we don't give him that luxury. Alright, guys, so that is my tier list. If you haven't noticed, my voice is about to just die. I'm trying to hold it together. It's starting to crack here. But, hope you guys all enjoy my tier list. Again, don't take this like it's the Bible. This is a reference. This is what I personally feel about the Digimon meta right now. Hopefully this can help a lot of you out. If my picks are kind of in line with yours, let me know in the comment section below. And if we get any more megas soon, I'll update this list again in the future. And I'll keep doing it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, show me that love by hitting that like button. And I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe. Tick all notifications. And I'll catch you in the next one as always. And don't forget to join us in the Discord. Until then, peace.